Okay, radio we've got to get out the door. Been sitting around for a while actually. I was sort of using it on 2 meters and having a bit of a play with for a while there, but I've got another 9700 now, so to be honest, this one sat in my personal Radio Shack for quite a while. Then it sort of migrated out here to the barn, which we're out the barn here, excuse me, with my newly sort of cleaned up bench. So I thought I'll do this out here. But let's have a bit of a look. 147, what are we on there? 439. No, that's not going to work. All right. Let's have a look here. Where do we want to go? I don't know. Anywhere really. 147.7. Let's just see. Show you a little bit about what it does. Peculiar frequency I've chosen, to be honest. All right. Let's put a bit of receive into it. And definitely receives better. It did when it was in the in the house. Now let's go to narrow. Let's have a look here. And what do we got here? Actually, that's about 0.5 there. Just starting to get a little bit of noise at 0.5, so it's a little bit under 0.5. If I put it right on 0.5, you're sort of just getting rid of that noise. And obviously, as we bring the signal up, yep. These had superb receivers on them. They're quite the goods. And today we're using the IFR 500A. I've got 3 of these. That sounds crazy, but they are good little units to use. All right, so let's have a look here. Bit of transmit power, should have about 10 watts. And we're on the red scale there, right on 10 watts. Right on. You should be able to hear something. 1, 2, 1, 2. We turn the volume up a bit more. Let's squelch off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can check a little bit of deviation. So we got about 6 kilohertz here, expecting to get 4 to 5. Hello, 1, 2. Hello. We're on the second scale down. 1, 2. Hello. Hello. About 4.5 kilohertz deviation. So yeah, that's looking good. Now the sideband. Good point. Sideband. That's one of the features of these things. 1, 2. Now it's obviously doing a bit more on sideband than it was doing on 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's just change that scale. Oh, sorry, I'm on deviation. That's better. Right, now we'll try power on sideband. 1, 2, hello. Over here. Hello. About the same 10 watts there, so yeah, no, all good there. All right, so works well there. We'll get to where it doesn't work in a minute, but 439, so we've got to change the antenna on the back here. Now, keep in mind, if you don't want to do that and you want to run a duplexer, you can obviously have duplexer or triplexer sitting on the back of this and have, you know, like a diamond antenna coming off it. One antenna does all, so that is definitely very possible. All right, so now we'll go back to 439. We sort of did things backwards here. I should have done that to start with, but anyway, whoops. But that should be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's turn that volume down, getting a lot of feedback there. 439, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of feedback there. But essentially, let me just have a look and see how much power we have got there. Should be right on about 10 watts. Yeah, just right, sitting on 10 watts there, so we're good there. The other reason too, we're on sideband, that's why that noise was coming in. Let me just show you without the noise. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. And once again, that deviation should be between 4 and 5 kilohertz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the second scale down. Hello, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2. Yep, no, it's doing exactly what it should do. And receiver sensitivity should find, if we go down about 0.5 a microvolt there, and we turn this down, so we're not listening. Yeah, UHF was always the better band as far as hearing on these things. They really were super sensitive. You watch, I can bring this down, probably about minus 116 dBm to get the same result we got here. On UHF we're getting about here, so about 0.3 of a microvolt, and we're still so super sensitive, no question about that. All right, let's get rid of this annoying tone. So why are we selling this one so cheap? Well, you don't know that yet, but you will, and it is because of this next band. I haven't got time to, oh, hang on, band, that's better. See that? So it's dropping out of lock on 1.2 gigs. I just haven't had the time to get to it, and so it's a great 2 meter 70 centimeter all mode. You know, absolutely. You would certainly be advised to get into the 1.2 gig side, because it definitely wants to sort of work. And sort of, as you can see, I can trick it, but it's like it doesn't want to lock and then bingo. Sort of. But yeah, I mean, actually, this is the best example of what you can see. Now, unfortunately, I can't generate a signal with 1 gig here maximum. But yeah, look, it's but it does drop out for some silly reason. So I think it might be worth someone having a bit of a play. I've definitely not got the time to, but anyway. So that's the whole package on this one. It's pretty much really, it's a fairly clean looking radio. I mean, these are obviously 20 years old. Bit of dust on that side. Jeez, I thought I cleaned this a bit better than that, but no, I didn't. My goodness, a little bit of dust on there. That's sort of better. All right, but really clean front on it. It's getting all its power. It's getting all its output, etc., etc. Receive absolutely working like a dream. So yeah, I sort of got to say it's a nice little radio for what it is, and especially if you like doing a bit of tropo stuff, etc., etc. The 1.2 gig side, look, it honestly never bothered me because I live at Tangambalanga, northeast Victoria. My chance of getting a 1.2 gig signal, even my 9700, this is a waste of time. Look. Some people would say, no, it's not. Try and knock a signal through the hills or bounce it off an aircraft or whatever. Look, just not my game, obviously. Bit of a HF guy most of the time, if I was to be very honest. Anyway, this is not going to be expensive. So, it comes with the original Kenwood mic. Will come with power cord. And I think I've got a manual for it as well. Pretty sure I've got a manual. Yes, yeah, I do. It's all right. I had to think about that for a second. So if you've got a little bit of a need for a 2 meter 70 centimeter, then look, I can assure you, working perfectly there. If you're sort of interested in the 1.2 gig side, obviously you'd have to investigate a bit further and see, what you think. But look, I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be $750. It's cheap. It is so cheap, it's not funny. You couldn't buy the dual band a part of it for that. So yeah, it's so first in, best dressed on this one, and I think it's a great buy for the money. It's really. Oh, and as you can see, the other band comes up over here as well, etc., etc. Sorry, I forgot to show you that bit. But yeah, so there's you can do quite a lot here with obviously split with the sub RX display, and look, lovely radio. Got to be honest, just don't muck around with this one because honestly, it's not going to last long at that price. The last time we advertised this, I think we put it up for $1,000, and that was when I first got it, before I started using it myself, actually. And when it didn't sell, I thought, you know what, now I'm going to use it myself. And I did for quite a while. But I've got to the stage, I'm going to be doing a couple of different things with VHF UHF, and the 9700 just suits me to have a bit of a play. It sits next to all my other ICOM gear nicely. So I'm an ICOM, guy, as you know. So, but I've got nothing against the Kenwood. The receiver on this is every bit as good as the 9700, I'll tell you. It really is. And transmitter, obviously, look, the 9700's got it over this on the transmit side because of the 10 watts output here. So a lot of people used to run independent amplifiers. Actually, I've just sent one off to Doug in New South Wales. Well, actually, it hasn't left yet, Doug. It's that bag there. But a lot of people did. They added little 45 watt amps, and if you saw, I had just an amplifier for one of these sold for $250. And that's, brings it up to 45 watts. Some people go for the Mirage 100 watt amps. They can be quite good too. But look, as I said, don't think this one's going to last at $750 very long. Whoever gets it, look, I think you're getting a bargain, especially if you go ahead and sort the 1.2 side out, which I don't think's much going on with it, but as I said, just, you know the story, guys. I've got millions of radios. We're 1, 2, 3, 4 racks long there, and we've got more racks over there, and they're all full of radios like this. I have to check. They're not necessarily radios that are not going, but they've all got to be got through. This is why we've cleaned up it here, so I've been dragging everything down to the house, and I thought, no, we've got to get back cleaned up here. All right. Thanks very much for having a look at this video. If this radio is for you, email me, brenton@posnav.com.au, and that's the best way to get me, to be honest. On the phone, I am a little bit hard to get, I'll be honest. I'm in and out of hospital and infusions, lots of things going on at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do certain things in certain places. So sometimes if you can't get me, just hang in there. I will get back to you, but it's just, sometimes it's going to take me a little bit longer. By phone. Email, I'm allowed to sit there with tubes hooked up to me, answering emails and stuff like that. That's no probs. It's kind of a bit hypocritical, really. I don't know why. Anyway, that's just their rules. So, guys, a lot more gear coming up, and certainly we'll try and get it all out, and trying to do videos on a lot of it. That's what's taking the time, and that's the thing, is that I suppose we can't do videos on everything because we'll just be there forever. But by the same token, we're going to do a couple of things very soon. One, we're going to do a general walkthrough video again, so it'll be a bit of an update on what's here, where it is, because sometimes I need you to tell me where it is. Someone will say to me, hey, listen, I saw you've got I don't know, it'd be something stupid like an Icom dual bander or something, and I'll go, where? And if you can tell me how many minutes on the video that you saw it, that helps so much, because we've got so many radios. There's thousands of items here, and we're just having a bit of trouble finding things at times. So if you see it, note where on the video you see it when we do that. We've also got a giveaway coming up, and there's 10 items actually. So 10 subscribers, be looking out for this one. 10 subscribers will get the chance to win a little item from us, and that'll be mailed to your door, etc. We're just sorting that out right now, but so there's 10 of them, and it's just a bit of a giveaway that we're doing, so that'll come out very soon. Actually, I'm thinking first week of June we should be ready for that, so I just got to catch up on a few things. All right, 73s, there's VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangam Balanga, Northeast Victoria. Thanks for having a look at this video. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Definitely getting much better results. Seeing the percentages are starting to move the right direction, so that's great. And I think we're nearly 6,000 subscribers, so thank you. That's not huge by YouTube terms, I get it, but by Brenton's terms, I reckon it's amazing. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. All the best. Cheers.